Hello everyone, this is your weekly tarot reading for Cancer for the week of July 20 through July 26. Cancer, let's take a look at what you can expect in the week ahead. Let's see which cards come up for you and what energies may be surrounding you. So, Cancer, let's see your first card for the week. The Knight of Wands. This is a wonderful card. It's a card of action, passion, and forward movement. It can represent travel, short trips, business trips, or simply being on the move. This is a very active energy, so you may feel especially motivated and energetic through the week. The Knight of Wands also points to making quick decisions, feeling enthusiastic, and having the confidence to move forward. You may feel a strong desire to take action, chase your goals, and overcome any obstacles that stand in your way. There is a real sense of momentum here, along with excitement and determination. This card is also connected to physical vitality, so many of you Cancer may simply feel healthy and full of strength next week. It's a very positive card. And the energy of passion. Now let's take a look at your second card for the next week, Cancer. And we have the Fool here. Once again, this is another card that can point to movement, travel, or being on the go. The Fool can also represent a child. So for those of you dealing with matters related to children, this energy may become especially important next week. You may be focusing on your child, taking a trip because of your child, or making a quick decision involving them in some way. So for some of you, the theme of children may play an important role during the week ahead. For those of you who don't relate to that, the Fool is primarily a card of new beginnings, travel, and embracing life with a light-hearted attitude. Just like the Knight of Wands, it carries the energy of enthusiasm and stepping into something new. Since this is a major arcana card, it can indicate the beginning of an important new chapter. This could be a new project, a new opportunity, a new relationship, or even meeting someone new. In fact, it's possible that this meeting could happen while you're traveling, commuting, or simply on the move. For those of you looking for a job, these cards are quite interesting. Based on the Knight of Wands and the Fool, this definitely seems to be potential for a new opportunity. At the same time, the Fool can also suggest that you're still exploring your options. Perhaps you haven't made a final decision yet, or maybe you simply haven't found the right position. What's also interesting is that at the bottom of the deck we have the Seven of Wands. This is a card of competition, so next week you may feel that there is a lot of competition around you, whether that's at work or in another area of your life. Overall, though, these are very positive cards. You've already received two strong cards for the week ahead, and they also suggest that some of you may be traveling for work or beginning a brand new project or professional opportunity. So now let's take a look at your third card for the next week. The Ace of Wands, another beautiful card. Once again, this card strongly highlights physical vitality and good health. I really want to emphasize that, because if any of you haven't been feeling your best lately or have been dealing with health issues, this card suggests that you'll begin to feel better. It points to recovery, renewed strength, and a boost of energy. The Ace of Wands is all about having the motivation and inner drive to accomplish something meaningful. It also represents fresh ideas and new inspiration. You may find yourself coming up with exciting plans or feeling inspired to start something you've been thinking about for a while. This card also brings new opportunities, especially when it comes to work or to your career. Some of you may come across an interesting job opening or discover a new opportunity that worth pursuing. So So the Knight of Wands, the Fool, and now the Ace of Wands all point to movement, action, and momentum. This suggests that next week may go by very quickly. Now let's take a look at your fourth and final card for the next week, Cancer. The High Priestess. This card speaks of mystery, hidden information, and situations that may not yet be completely clear. If there is something you've been uncertain about next week, you may finally receive the answer you've been waiting for. A situation that once felt confusing or unclear may suddenly start to make much more sense. What's also interesting is how the Ace of Wands connects with the High Priestess. The Ace of Wands is all about energy, inspiration, taking action, and High Priestess, on the other hand, can represent a woman who inspires you or guides you. For the man watching, this may literally be a woman you meet, someone who encourages you, points you in the right direction, or motivates you to take action. For the women watching, this could be a close friend, someone you trust, or even a mentor. This person may inspire a new idea or encourage you to take an important step that brings positive changes in your life. So now let's see what advice the cards have for you, Cancer. Let's see. The advice card is the Queen of Cups. First of all, the Queen of Cups often represents a woman. So once again, the cards are drawing your attention to an important female figure in your life. It's even possible that the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess, describing the same person. Both cards are strongly connected with intuition, wisdom, and emotional understanding. The cards are encouraging you to listen to your heart and trust your intuition next week. They also suggest spending time with a woman who is close to you. It could be a friend, a relative, or simply someone whose advice you value. If you need guidance, don't hesitate to ask this person for their opinion. They may offer exactly the insight or support you need. So this is your weekly tarot reading, Cancer, for the next week of July 20th through July 26th.